Today is Tuesday morning. I get up at 7:30 and really important for the mornings, I always ground myself before I start with anything like opening my phone or anything like that. I always make sure I first check in with the world, so with myself, and do some reading. I do some breathing exercises, some short meditation. Then I have some new thing actually that I use with ChatGPT. I create some kind of storylines with the help with visualization where I want to go, so it really describes it really well, and I read those. A lot of my dreams are in there. Then I will always have some coffee, of course, have my breakfast, the normal routine. That's not too hard to digest before a big session coming up. And then I'm with my sports drinks as well, Umara sports drinks for today's VO2 max session, which is 6 times 3 minutes at VO2 with 2-minute rest in between. It's gonna be 90 grams for the session. I calculate the budget of carbs for the whole day mostly. So for most days I will have 200 grams of sports drinks throughout my 3 sessions. If I don't hit those in that, I make sure that I get it in through some extra carbs in normal foods, in rice. I know the equations, how much I need. So after taking at least half an hour, when I worked full time, I sometimes took more because I felt like I needed it. I was always happy to even cut sleep by 20 minutes shorter if that meant that I had this morning time for me. That's a big mistake I did when I worked full time. For example, there was a phase when I went to the master swim in the morning, which started at 6 a.m. I had the bike there in Zurich, so I got up at 4:45, 4:30, and then just rush out of the master swim, rush to work, which started at 8 a.m., work until 5, 6, rush out, try to get a snack down, and then train again and be restless, surprised that you can't sleep. So the morning is really, I feel, for me the time, and that's something I learned over the years, that if you don't do the morning right, you're not quite ready for the day. So it's important to nail the morning. Good morning YouTube. I hope you don't mind that I start the shot with the upper body free session. That wasn't the plan. I'm just getting ready for my bike ride. So today's Tuesday, so we got the 3 sessions today coming. First is a VO2 max session, 6 times 3 minutes on the bike. Then we got a swim, aerobic swim, 2.9k, somewhere in there. Short reps with high quality, aerobic pace, because it's 2 key sessions, so really important that I keep the stroke high quality with that. And then tonight I'll do it on a treadmill, late afternoon let's say. I will do a threshold run, 10 to 12 times 1k on a treadmill. And so now I got 90 grams of carbs in there for this one, and ready to go. Got this awesome new construction here, double bottle BTA from Ruby Bikes. Really nice guy from Switzerland, he makes those, and feel free to check him out. He does all those things for Canyon. He's also working on a Canyon cockpit, like a new part you can put on the official parts. So it's definitely legal with the rules. You know, it's not like it's basically a new cockpit. So there's some prototypes coming with that, and you guys can all get it from him. So I'm not like sponsored or anything. I just love that he sent me the products for free, obviously. But I'm just happy to support him. He's an amazing guy, and he's a young entrepreneur, just takes in his own hands and just builds something of high quality. And I know there's a demand for Canyon. Everybody wants those parts that are now the newest on the scale. And otherwise we got a lot of cool things coming up in the future. The near future now is next week is gonna be my first ever swim competition in Oulu, Finland. It's like a good, on Friday we leave, a 6-hour train ride up there. Then in the evening we're in the 6th heat. I have no idea about those things. First swim competition, 800 meter. I did some good pacing. I'm really happy what I did in training now. So I hope I can do those numbers in racing. That'll be great. If I hold the 1:15 pace in a long course, I'll be happy with that. So that would be great for the 800 and 400 full gas blast. Let's see what I can do. But last Sunday I did a really good session at 300, 200, 100 and 5 times 100. with short course meters, the best times I've ever hit on that, and it was an average kind of feel, how I was feeling, and I was holding in short course meters the 112 mark, and for the hundreds 110. So yeah, it's coming along, I'm happy with that, and if I can do those ranges in the 800, I'm happy with that. Getting better with the dives for sure, with the turns as well. I learned a lot swimming with the Cetos, the Masters Club here, and got a lot of that coming up. And yeah, but yeah, focus on the small scale. Let's get ready for this bike ride. Changed my shoes, as you see, new pair of shoes, and also a new cleat system. I failed with the speed plays. It was a bit too unstable. It's probably good for, it's definitely good for road racing, I assume, but I feel for me the surface was kind of too unstable and not smooth enough. So there's play with speed play, maybe that's called that way. You can move it in and out, which helps for road racing and all that, but yeah, not for what I need, I feel. So I changed that and I feel a lot better with that. The reason the bike lab test didn't come out, because that will be postponed. That will be in 3 weeks we go to lab for the bike. So then we see those numbers for that. But I learned a ton from the lab test, from the run. So a lot of moving parts, but very happy how things are going. I'm enjoying it, but I'm staying in the moment, doing what I can, living the monk life, which I now love more and more. Really found the balance outside of training to shut my brain off from training, because my mind will just keep obsessing over it endlessly, which, not like overanalyzing, but like new ideas, and it's never stopping. So yeah, so spin down. It works now, Weitz, eh? The kicker, the spin down, it's awesome. Because the old kicker we changed now. My wife had one. The old kicker kind of gave up. I had it for a long time, so just a warm up, and then later I check back in when we hit the reps. Alright, we're doing a 20-minute warm up with some activations in there, nothing wild. And also the main set, nothing wild for now. Just a whole cocktail, always holding back a little bit. So I can do it tomorrow, the day after, and all that stuff. So really enjoying training more than ever before. Everything is more clear than before. I have so much clarity of where I need to be extreme to make it to the top spot, which is not on a micro scale, meaning like the weekly or monthly scale, obviously, but like, yeah, it's hard to keep the eye on that at all times, as you see when you watch current videos of Kona, for example. Anyways, I got a good view on things, really enjoying it, and I really look forward to 2025 season, which is now pretty much set in stone. And yeah, it will be a bit different. No US trip this time. That is cancelled for a few reasons, not just financially, but it's a massive taxation. Even this year, I still realize the 4 weeks, because you have to actually do 5 weeks. You have to come before Oceanside on time to be in that climate and everything. Otherwise, I mean, it's hard enough to race at a pro level. Then putting all those things, new diet, new rhythm, different bed, yeah, time zone, obviously, all those things, if you put them in there, it just makes it a whole lot more complicated. And yeah, this year they changed the Pro Series season quite a lot. That the European races start in May. You know, I just go in natural when the weather picks up here in Europe. It's awesome. And then I can do a nice camp, you know, in April time. Really get the bike handling, everything on tune. But I have shorter camps anyways. I have now in November, 1 week we go to the Italian Alps for a week, a little getaway, and train there, take you with as well. Beautiful area, easy to get to here from Finland, and yeah, all kinds of other things coming. So I check back in a bit. Alright, we're almost done with the warm-up. Nothing insane. Then 6 times 3 minutes. I'm gonna start at 380 watts, see how I feel. Yeah, as long as I produce a lot of lactate, I rather build those. Not the first time full lactate shot, but of course, you want to be over your second threshold. You want to produce lactate. So yeah, it should be a nice hard session, but always holding back a little bit to account for everything else coming. So that's what did the most for me. And yeah, so let's get into that first rep. Cadence is like 85 now. I know there's different approaches. You can do 95. You can do it more through cadence and more through strength and torque. Try to keep it a bit higher, especially since I want to get the cardio physiological benefit. I want to do cadence, almost 1 minute. 6 out of 10 effort maybe. So I think I can, let's see. Seconds. So that was 159 heart rate, still on the lower end for sure. Trying to get that up a bit more in the next reps, but I will creep up. So in general, swim and run, really progressing well. Bike, okay. It's funny because bike was from day one. It came most natural with running to me. When I started the sport, I basically had a 330 threshold from day one, 330 watts. So I definitely had a lot of talent from day one. But yeah, just due to the training I did over the years, aerobically very fit. This year showed that. But very simple, not strong, because yeah, you didn't do repeated interval work like that. The one that actually gets you strong, not consistent. So yeah, very simple. Luckily, very easy fix. Cycling is by far the easiest to become good at from the three. So all I gotta do is knock over the 2 key bike sessions and 1 a bit longer ride a week outside the other rides. And then that will be it. Do that over and over, then should be good. I'm gonna do 1 more 380, and then I might go up to 400. Let's see. Still clean pedal strokes, for sure producing lactate. So you are over threshold today. But let's see. The legs got in rep 2. Mostly rep 2 is better than rep 1. Better activation and everything. One minute, 153 heart rate. So fairly low. But my aerobic system is strength, not the strength with my legs. They just became weak over time due to not dry training stimulus, but on it now. No rocket science in cycling, definitely not. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 164 heart rate. Alright guys, I did 5 reps, 380, and pulse got to 170, but the last one I'm going to do at 400, see how that feels, and have a good stimulus, and nothing insane, but for where I'm at right now, it's good, so that's all I focus on. And as you guys saw, I started working with Umara, Swedish sport nutrition brand. Really happy with that I work with them. First, it's a smaller company starting out. They just started expanding now to Europe and all that. And yeah, Morton, for example, as you guys know, I used before. It's a good product. Downside of that is the taste for the sport drink isn't good. The gels I find a bit too thick to get down, but it works 100%. But the taste is one, and it's very expensive. For example, I did the math on that. 1.1 kilograms of Morton cost 44 euros or 42, and Umara, which is the same. The reason why Morton works is a 0.8 is the glucose fructose ratio, right? 0.8 to 1, and Umara has the same, so that's why, plus great taste, so definitely works. Really good product. Can do 120 grams no problem. And 2 kilograms of Umara sport powder, a whole bag, costs 40 euros, and you get so double the price for Morton. So give it a try. I tested it for a long time. I don't work with anybody that doesn't help with my performance, that I trust in. So give it a try. All right, last one. Let's do 400. One minute. 169 heart rate. Ten seconds. Nice. I hit 173 heart rate. Perfect, over threshold, and good stimulus. Now I'll do some more aerobic riding until I have 90 minutes, and then that's session 1 done.
They're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able. I do my own bits. Limited edition, no some missing classic shit. I know that you're feeling it. Like they're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son.
Finished the bike session. I just watched the Bob Babbitt interviews, some of them, and amazing. I actually met Bob Babbitt in Oceanside of this year when I came pretty much down last in a pro race. I mean, some quit, but either way, I think it showed the performance range that I'm trained for. And yeah, I went up to him and said, "Hey, I'm Matti," and really nice. He's such a sympathetic person, and I told him I'm gonna be on your show one day. So I look forward to talking to Bob once it's supposed to happen in Kona or wherever he is. So, alright, done the session. I actually found some nice bike pants, these from Amazon, because bike pants is pretty tricky with the time trial position. So normal road bike pants, I might actually not do the trick, so I found some really good ones. Road bike pants in general, they're so overpriced. 180, 150 for a pair of bike pants, are you nuts? What is that? So I actually found some. They're like 15 euros or 15, Amazon?
20.
15 or 20 from Zalando. Got like 3 of them because you need a lot of them when you cycle. So they're good with the padding. I had to change the size to M because padding has to really be not too big. But let's do the rest now. So one thing I forgot before, I'm kind of doing I got a lot of cool tips from Umara, the sport nutrition brand. So I'm gonna do a 30-day loading with beta-alanine, 5 grams per day. That helps for the lactate buffering eventually. And of course not on anti-doping list. 5 grams, not too much. But 30 days loading, and then the good things, all science-based, they're anyways a bunch of scientists, so you can, everything that's performance enhancing and clean and good for the body and health and all those things are checked. So 30 days of this, 5 grams a day, and then you just need 5 grams of beta-alanine, which you can also do with a caffeine shot. The U-Intent, this has 250 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot. And it does have the beta-alanine as well. So you just need 1 shot of those a week to then maintain the benefits of beta-alanine. And bicarb, of course, also lactate buffering. That's something I'll be experimenting with. Bicarb is basically just
baking soda.
It's basically baking soda, but if you take it baking soda in the gut, just the pH is so high. So it's an effect that doesn't last too long, but it helps to push levels higher, so you can break down lactate better for VO2 max sessions, or even for threshold it will help. But so you have to do it 4 hours before. They explain everything based on your weight. Also with the tablet form, they have a tablet form in there. As you can see, it's just tablets of baking soda basically, but it's better made for the gut, so you don't get the gut issues. But still, you gotta see, right? Because you take quite a bit of them. So like 4 hours before, 5 capsules, and then 30 minutes before, like that. Anyways, I'll be experimenting with this with my VO2 session and threshold session to help with, basically have a better muscular stimulus. Of course, you break down lactate, but I'm interested in spending high amounts of time and higher wattages, basically like gym type, because, like I said, the biggest one is for me that I get the interval work in without it draining me too much and do it consistently. But I'm also gonna make my shake now. Then my shake, I measured it so many times. It's like basically 1 cup of oat milk. Normally I use another one. That's okay. 1 cup of oat milk. I did have this sport nutrition thing with this one brand planned. It was all set basically, but I decided then to cancel it for some reason. Anyways, doesn't matter why, but I found a good way with my diet and all that now. But as I said before, that will be close to my heart. I will do this, but it's working and a work in progress. So this is now 20 grams of protein, clean protein pulver, nice taste. Then some finished berries. Just pop them in for some vitamins, red ones, and blueberries, and some water, more liquid, and then my friend some healthy fats and calories as well, like a tablespoon of peanut butter. And then I mix that in this awesome mixer, which I love, and tastes like heaven. And relax a bit, get this down now. And it's also a race week in Kona. That's also exciting, of course. Initially, the beginning of the year, I thought, I might be sad if I'm not there or something like that. But I'm so in my process, and right now, even if I would be with current fitness there, it wouldn't feel right? So like, I have a lot of work ahead, but now I know the path, I know I'm gonna get there, and I'm on a very good journey. But less blah blah blah. That's why I filmed less, because I don't want to talk so much blah blah blah. I just want to work. But I'm getting this down, swim. Check in later. Just heading to the pool. There is my beautiful local pool. Love it. 50 meters, 25 meters, 25 yards. I can split it so you can do all of it. Nice 2.7k aerobic swim, really high quality, and strokes as always. I have a very high training density that works really well with me. So yeah, really like that. Enjoying it. Just the flush out, but still quality. That's why shorter reps. Nice swim, enjoyed that, especially because I felt like something with my rotation wasn't quite right, because my hip flexor was a bit locked, so I did unlock that one before with this sole right tool, the hip flexor, and then I got a real crack with the pressure stretch in the back, and that I feel like was in there for sure 2 weeks. And yeah, swimming, if you don't have really good mobility and work on that frequently, you can completely forget that you become a good swimmer. Completely forget it. Doesn't matter if you swim 40k a week. It makes absolutely zero difference, because swimming is mechanics first, not metabolism. So really happy. It was fun. And now some snacks, and I look forward to the threshold run on the treadmill already. Alright, the warm-up is done. 20 minutes, now a few minutes easy. And then we go into the 1k reps with 1 minute standing rest on the side. Should be fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like this type of stuff, feel free to subscribe. Stay focused. If you have some kind of big goals and really want to improve for next year, a big triathlon next year, now's the time when the weather is bad, everybody's sitting on the couch. Now's the time to put in the work, to work on your dreams and really get moving. So enjoy the training, stay focused and get grinding.